each of us here today is representative of that resilience that the trade union requires to fight on. Let me tell you what. Let us understand this very, very clear. That we must have a purpose. And that purpose is to support what is always constant. Change. And as we yearn for improvement. Today, comrades, I see us doing more than we are doing. Let me tell you what. We need to develop the ability to work together. Work together. And as I recognize a number of politicians from the opposition are here, let me say to them that we are not only expecting them only to march today, but to work with us as we prosecute the issues that confront the working class. Whatever we do, we are going to bring it to them, and they will have to take it to the National Assembly. They have attacked and sought, this government has attacked and sought to besmirch the leaders of the trade union movement. I am one whom they try, and they're still trying, but they have failed to do so. They have destroyed the largest pension fund that was owned by workers in this country, the bauxite industry pension fund. They have done that. Inasmuch as and what has happened in the destruction of that fund, all the people who worked in the bauxite industry over the years, who have reached pensionable age, continue to live without a pension. These guys, these men and women are shameless, and they don't care about us. They're now working to destroy the credit unions and cooperatives because they intend to take away the lands and all property that are owned by workers in this country. And they are the people who call themselves the working class. They have removed the pension, they have removed the check-off system in the public service. Let me tell you what. I want to tell you this. I have gone through, I have seen, I have lived in this country, and I've been in public life where every president from Burnham coming through who had executive responsibility for this country. I have stood up, I have spoken my mind, but this is the worst I've ever seen. A bunch of men and women who don't want to give space to anybody else but themselves and their cronies. Comrades, they have taken the decision that they are going to put systems in place to make sure that they remain in life, perpetually remain in public office, to do what they want to do. And this takes me to what we call the National Intelligence Bill that they have in the National Assembly. You know what that thing for? Let me tell you what it's for. It is to spy on the citizens of this country. Already we have seen a situation where anybody speak or express another opinion beside that what is said by the Ali Jagdeo regime. If you express another opinion, they take you before the court. What they are doing now is creating a bill to meet the needs of this regime, where they are going to use the police force or the security forces of this country to make sure that if you talk, you will be prosecuted. It is to spy on us. It is to spy on us. We as citizens of this country will have to stand up and make sure that the bill receive all guardrails are put in place to protect people, whose right, protect persons, that their fundamental rights and freedoms are not being destroyed. We have to take that position. And they have a call to the government, the opposition, that this bill that has been sent to a select committee, this bill must be given. There must be public hearings, because this impinges on rights, determine how we will behave. This bill, in its present form, has not given. What don't exist there is a situation where the people who will execute the duties will not be held accountable. That's the problem that we have. We have that problem, and we need to definitely address it. We cannot allow this bill, and Labour in every form must be able to come before and come and make an open presentation to this nation about this bill. This is about rights. It's about the rule of law. It's about your fundamentals in society. We cannot allow them. And this bill goes beyond that. It is structured and being put in place for a group to perpetuate themselves in office. And you have no authority at any time. You will have no authority at any time to question what they're doing. But when they're doing this bill, they talk about another one, the anti-terrorism, right? There is another one. But they're making all these bills, and they're spending plenty money. But the issue of Article 27 of the Constitution, which speaks about free education from nursery to university, they are not prepared. They are not prepared to honor that. They are prepared to starve the University of Guyana and needed funds to expand and optimize its services to the people here. What they've done, they have established something they call goal, which gives them the opportunity to say who will go to school, who will get university or higher education or improve standard of education. And it is not only that, of they selecting who must get it. They have the capacity, as you know them. They will do nothing or put no system in place unless they can have some money coming through the back door. Like how Sue money used to come through the back door. The money with Sue used to come through the back door. That is the type of thing. The history of Article 27. It's a right. Free education is a right. And because it's a right, we must not allow any government to say to us that we must wait until 2025 for us to have our rights respected. We cannot have that. Our rights have to be respected now, and we must demand that our rights, particularly or specifically, the right to free education, the right from nursery to university, it must be respected, and we must demand that from this government. The issue of all health services is another one. What they do, they underfund the public health institutions, the Georgetown Public Hospital, the New Amsterdam Hospital, and so forth, the clinics and so on. But you know what they're doing? They're telling you now that they are helping or giving support to private health institutions. The question of universal health care is a right, and we must fight for that. What is going to happen in the system is a situation where when you're sick and you go to Georgetown Hospital, they will tell you, the doctor there will diagnose what your problems are. And if it requires a surgery, you will now be directed to the private hospitals for the surgery to be done. What them people is doing is really passing state money, money, to their friends and cronies in the private sector. And we need to come out against it. Don't tell me that these men who are making these investments, they are Guyanese. Don't tell me that. What I want to tell you, that whenever they do it, you need to consider many of you in here who can't afford to pay the health services bill at a private hospital, and you live in a society where politics is everything, and you will not be able to get to that private hospital because somebody who is political will not want to give the authorization.